If you knew me a few years back, I literally was the worrier. I worried about everything. I was scared all the time. I questioned things. I kept trying to control things. And it wasn't until I finally learned to let go of fear that God was able to heal me, heal my life, create good in my life, bring abundance into it, bring health into it, and best of all, just a peaceful joy. And we're taught it. Immediately in the Bible, it is said 365 times, fear not. So we must understand that fear is the root of all evil. It is the only devil in this world. I am adamant about it. And some people, they get upset with me because they're like, no, you can't say that. There is an actual devil that fights against us. Well, look, my thing is I give no power to that. I give no power to anything except God. And it was once I started to let go of fear and realize by being fearful, I was actually in essence being sinful because I didn't have faith in God in essence, yeah? And that's where God comes in to heal. But there's an interesting aspect of that as well. We're taught it in the neurological system, in the nervous system, in everything to do with how the body finds balance and healing. That healing comes from a balanced place. So when you let go of fear, you naturally find peace. There's a beautiful thing about energy in your body. As fear is there and it's stuck, we tend to fight against the fear. So now the fear becomes locked in the body and it actually goes into the fascia, into the muscles, into the cells. It's fed in there and we release a chemical concoction that is of fear. And now the body thinks we're in an actual problem. Now, if I got you into enough of a state and started you to imagine your worst case scenario, you are going to start to feel frightened in your body. But what's happened is only an imagery. So I then started to realize that it was my thoughts and my imageries in my mind that were causing me to be frightened, not necessarily a truth that I needed to live. The truth of the matter is that fear is an illusion. It is an energy that comes onto your body. Now, there's this beautiful thing that we know, that God is there with us. Our body is the temple of God. God is our true and everlasting supply. If you are faithful like that, put an amen in the comments because I want to hear it. I want to know it. But then if we're faithful that there's a God, then why do we fear? Because we are technically sinning in essence. I'm not saying sinning as in you're going to go to hell. I mean you're sinning against the belief that there's only one true power. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the giver and the gift. Basically telling us I am all things. I am everything. So when you accept God as everything in your life, you realize that you do not need to know what happens next because God's ways are past finding out. But here's the blessings of it. As I started to realize that fear was just a sensation on my body, not actually me, that immediately allowed me to step back from it and see it for what it is. An illusion, a sensation, meaningless in essence. So when you start to realize that most of your fears are meaningless, not true, but just ideas and illusions in the mind, now you can start to detach back and you can use that physical part of your body to let go of fear. Because here's the other thing that you have to remember, guys. Your body is a balancing machine. If you drink alcohol, the liver will get alcohol out of your system so you don't die. If you eat food, it gets rid of the waste. If you drink water and other products, it weeds it out. If you have too much sugar, it puts insulin into your body. It balances out all the time. Why would it not then be able to do that with our emotions? Because we are so intelligent as creatures that our brain believes in the imageries that we create. You see, my dogs that are here right now, they don't have that level of imagery and making up ideas and thinking about the future. They live ever presently to the moment. Okay, now that's why you tend to find that the dog doesn't get regularly sick or colds or other things like you. Now it doesn't mean that they don't get sick over time, do not get me wrong, but they are present to the energy of humans. So I tend to believe that they feed off of that. So if you create a peaceful environment for a dog for all of its life, it's going to go through life without many ailments at all. Now, as many of you can see, and it's quite obvious there, I have got something on my nose here. I actually want to tell you the funny story of it. There was a wasp nest and I wanted to get rid of the wasp nest because I didn't want it to sting my children. So I lifted up the bit where the light was to take a picture and dunk, it stung me. But what's happening now? Have I had any conscious effort in this scab being formed? Have I had any conscious effort in my body going into the healing process? I've just let go of it. Now, obviously, it's quite funny because it's right on the tip of my nose. It's actually hilarious. But over the next coming days, my body will be repairing itself. Now, I do not fear it because I haven't lived with a sting in my nose for the last 20 years and become emotionally embracing of the problem. I'm actually at a real peace with it. So it should heal. Now, my problem is I picked it a little bit by accident one day. I scratched my nose thinking I had an itch, and it was actually the scab forming, so that's why it's a worse scab. But there we go. My body will heal it again. You have to realize your body knows how to heal. The only thing that stops it is you reacting to it all the time, is you not having peace around it, is you not letting go. Now, this comes really hard when it comes to symptoms and sensations and things like this. But that's why we must learn to master our emotions, because the symptoms are frustrating and they're hard. I've worked with some people with some really tough positions, but you can heal anything in your body when you go to the true source of what you are, which is literally you are light forms created into actual matter. When you go to the deeper levels of matter, you start to realize that it's all just energy. And that divine energy is God in essence. So that energy that is in you, it can change. And as you change, the physical expression of you changes. I don't care whether it is celiac disease, Crohn's disease, autoimmune, or if it's something more structural. I mean, I literally worked with a woman who had her whole spine fused, could barely walk, fell over all the time. She now plays pickleball, paddle, and other great sports because she let go of fear. Now, is the metal still in her body? Yes, it is, but it doesn't define her. She isn't defined by the fears of what could happen anymore, and her body can do amazing things again. So you see, we're only as whole as the sum of our thoughts and ideas about who we are. So letting go of fear is the initial stage to healing. Then you start to allow that true self to come out, and you claim health, you claim harmony, you claim beauty, you claim abundance, whatever it is you need, and it will come to you by divine right. Now, guys, I've been trying to tell you guys for a while that I'm really interested in doing a community, like a membership. So I'm opening the waiting list for the Sanctuary membership. 2 meetings a month, community full of like-minded people. You get access to my learning hub with all the courses and meditations. I will be doing challenges in the community. I will be in there day-to-day answering questions. It is a wonderful way to connect with me. Now, nothing beats working with me one-to-one, of course. But if you're looking to go deeper than just these YouTube videos, want to understand it, want structure in your life, then this membership will be for you. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been such a pleasure doing these videos for you and seeing how much it's helping people, and seeing in the comments even people having healings without ever even meeting me. I love to see it. So keep believing, keep trusting, keep going on your journey, and I hope to see you all again at the next one.